Hello and welcome to the video on comparing fractions. Make sure you have a notebook ready. You're going to take some good notes today and do a few practice problems. Here we go. The first thing we always have to remember is all the different parts of a fraction. Remember, a fraction is just part of a whole. So we probably don't have the whole amount of something, but we have just a portion of it. The top number is called the numerator. And that is how many pieces you might have out of the whole. The bottom number tells us how many pieces the whole is divided into, and that's the denominator. So I always like to think of a candy bar. A lot of times, candy bars you'll see where they have those break parts, where you can break apart your candy bar into different pieces. That would be the denominator. How many of those pieces do you have that make up the whole? And then how many you choose to eat becomes the numerator. Let's keep moving. Now it's time to take some notes. We're going to work on comparing fractions today. So you're going to need to know 3 different symbols to help you. These are called inequality symbols. The first one we see is a greater than symbol. This is called greater than because the first number that we would have on the left side of the symbol should be greater than the number on the right side of the symbol. The middle one is an equal to. This should be a friend of yours that you know already. And then the last one is called less than, because again, the number on the left should be less or smaller than the one on the right. Pause the video if you need to, get these written down, resume when you're ready. All right, we have some more notes. So this is going to be another time to pause the video and write them all down and then continue to the next screen. The first type of comparing fractions we're going to talk about is when they have the same denominator. Remember, the denominator is the bottom number. So when our bottom number is the same, a lot of times it's really easy to know which one is bigger or which one's smaller. So the bottom number just tells us how many pieces our whole item is broken into. So if we're going to compare 3/8 compared to 5/8, our bottom number tells us that our whole is broken into 8 pieces on both of these fractions. So really it's the top number we're going to look at. We have a 3 on top and a 5 on top. Well, if I have 8 total pieces and I eat 3 of them, and my friend eats 5 of them, who has more? Well, my friend who got the 5 pieces ate more than me with the 3. So we are going to put in the less than symbol. The 3 on the left is smaller than the 5 on the right. We're going to try a few. Let's compare these fractions using the symbols less than, equal, or greater than. You may pause the video and give it a try. Resume when you want to check your answers. Welcome back. We should have noticed that the 3 and the 1 are different, but the 4s on the bottom are the same for the first problem. Now, we could always draw a picture, just like seen right here, where we have our 2 fractions drawn. We have a 3/4 and we have a 1/4. Now, if you are going to be drawing out the pictures, one key tip to keep in mind is your whole shape needs to be the same size. So I don't want to make one smaller than the other because that would be really hard to see a difference in if we have more or less pieces. And then you shade in how many. So this person had 3 out of the 4 pieces, and this one had 1 out of the 4 pieces. So we are going to put in the greater than symbol. Now me, I like Pac-Man, so I always like to make mine into a little Pac-Man symbol, and you can see that Pac-Man eats the bigger numbers. If you are a person who's used Dreambox, you have heard of Ally the alligator who loves scrumptious numbers, and Ally the alligator likes to eat those bigger numbers. So you can make yours into an alligator too if that helps you, or you can just use the regular symbols. On the next one, we have the same denominators, so we're going to look at those numerators. We have a 1 or a 2, and we're going to want the 2 pieces. That would give you more. All right, we're moving on to if you have a same numerator. Remember, the numerator is the top number. So this is when we have the same top number but a different denominator. When that happens, we want the smaller denominator. So you can see they both have 3 on the top. We have 4 on the bottom, and we have a 6 on the bottom. Now, this is where it gets a little confusing because the 4 is actually the bigger fraction. And the reason that is if we take our whole item and we break it into the 4 pieces, our pieces are bigger than if we take that exact same whole shape and break it now into the 6 pieces. Those pieces start getting smaller because we have more of them. So the one who eats or has the bigger fraction is the one with the smaller number. The smaller number will have more because they're bigger pieces. Pause the video if you need to, write these notes down. Resume when ready. All right, let's give it a try. Resume the video when you're ready to check your answers. All right, we're going to take a peek at that bottom number because the numerator was the same, so we want to look at the denominator. We have a whole that's broken into 11 pieces or a whole broken into 10 pieces. You will get more if it's broken into 10 pieces. The next one has a 10 and it has a 12 as a denominator. And in this case, the one with 10 pieces will have larger pieces than the 12. Rewatch this video if you need to. Otherwise, good luck and take your time.